of the Upper Room Discourse.
All right.
Chapters 13 through 17 are Jesus' last discourse or words to his very intimate circle before he was to go to the cross. Jesus is in the upper room, and so are we. Because Jesus wants this great edifice and this great church and these churches that are here to lean in a little closer and to listen and heed what God has for you tonight. He sees you languishing in these bad decisions about people who say they're your friends. And really they're wolves in sheep clothing, only waiting for you to be lacking, as the kids say. So they can hurt your children. They can hurt your husband. They can take everything that you built away from you, your church, your ministry, your own life.
Come on, come on.
And you keep entertaining these people and they don't want nothing good for you. They want to destroy you. Because they've been sent on assignment by the enemy. But we're going to get the language right tonight. Is that all right?
Come on.
We're going to get an understanding of what it is to be a servant and what it is to be a friend. And by the end of this discourse, I hope you leave here with a better understanding of what the two are, what the difference is. And you may even remove some of them folk off your Facebook tonight, hopefully. Them voyeurs that are watching to see how they can get information so they can hurt you.
Come on here.
We find that in this discourse, Jesus began with washing the feet of his disciples. You remember that? Jesus began, and wait, let me go back a little further to the writer before we get into that. The writer of this gospel is John. And we know that John had an intimate relationship with Jesus, a little more even intimate than the other 11. John was the one who laid on Christ's bosom at the Last Supper. He was called the beloved disciple. He was the one that when Jesus was on the cross, he said, "Mother, this is your son. Son, this is your mother." John was the one that suffered long and saw his master being killed. Only on Sunday morning to see his master raised in glory with power. He was known as Bishop, the son of Zebedee. He was one of them sons, and they called him the son of Barjona, the sons of thunder. He asked Jesus, his mother asked Jesus if they could be on the right and the left.
Come on.
His mother petitioned to get his children in a higher level of understanding. Ain't that good for mothers? They want to make sure their sons are in the right place at the right time with the belt ministry on and they're right where they're supposed to be. That's right. That's what mothers are supposed to do. They're supposed to see what they can do to get their children up. And so in that process, John was separated and sent in exile to die on the Isle of Patmos, only to write one of the most powerful books in the Bible, the revelations of Jesus Christ. Not his revelation, but what Jesus told him on a Sunday morning. That's what it says in verse 8. On a Sunday morning, he was praying, and he knew he was going to die in this island. He knew that there was no hope of him ever being connected to the people of God. He knew that there was nothing that he could do to get out of this mess. But oh, here comes Jesus. Saying, before you go and be with me, I'm going to give you some words to tell the people. This John, this writer, is different from the other three gospel writers. We call those the synoptic gospels.
Come on, T.
Synoptic meaning that they have the same view. That's all it means. So, no, I'm not trying to get heady with it all. They had the same view. Mark, amen, Luke, amen, and Matthew had the same view. But John came from a totally different way. John really understood who Jesus was in his heart and wanted to express that in his gospel. And so as John was writing this gospel, as John got to this part of the gospel, which is the upper room discourse, John began to lay out what Jesus was feeling before he was about to go, before he knew what was about to happen to him. And what's beautiful about this is that Judas wasn't there.